缩写係睇下算點樣嘅個間？縮寫差寫。
真佛宗美国西雅图雷藏寺同修黄财神本尊法与会大众虔诚合掌，恭迎真佛宗创办人无上法王圣尊莲生活佛，与会大众唱诵莲花童子心咒。我们一起问候师尊好，师母好，大家好。顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善印。二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善印。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善印。四平等一起手。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛升法王座。
We welcome our lineage Guru His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng to enter into the temple hall and ascend to the Dharma throne.
师母莲香上师请上座，长老仁波切诸位上师请上座。教授师、法师请上座。讲师、助教、贵宾、同门、善信、大德请就座。
venerables, and all participants to please be seated.
今晚的贵宾欢迎廖东洲大使及夫人朱
We
迪师
have
姐、
our honorable guests, Ambassador Daniel Liao and Madam Dharma
张
Sister
嘉丽
Judy
医师、
and Dr. Jiang,
台湾密教总会监事长廖丽莹师姐、
and the Republic of
依照
China
雷藏寺往
Vajrayana
常的惯例，请
Association
第一次来
Director,
或很久
Dharma
没有来
Sister
参加
Liao,
同修的同门，
and we're
请站起来
inviting
自
all
我
of
介绍您
you
的法号和来自
who
的
are
国
here
家
for
及
the
道
very
场。
first
我们
time
先从龙
or
天
have
开
not
始。
been here for a very long time. Please stand up and
师尊
introduce
好，
yourself.
师母、各位上师、教授师、法师、讲师主家、各位同门，大家晚安。我是来自台湾高雄大义雷藏寺莲
I
花
came
林，
from the Tai
很
Temple,
高
the
兴
Tara
又再次
Temple
回到我
in
们祖庙
Taiwan.
来见我们的师尊及师
I'm
母。
very glad to
各
be
位
back here
阿弥
to
陀
the
佛。
Mother Temple, to see Grandmaster
欢
and Su
迎
and all of us, all of you.
师
师尊、师母，各位大家好。我们是来自新加坡师承雷藏寺的理事
We
及义工，
came
很开
from the
心，我
Singapore
们这次呢一
temple,
起
the
来西雅图
directors
雷藏
and
寺朝圣。
volunteers.
我是主席莲花莲香。
Very happy to be
我是莲花
here.
汉华，
I am the
我是莲花
the
明安，
president and
我是莲花建通，
我是莲花
all the
丽
different
君，
names.
我是莲花四风，
我是莲花文生，
我是莲花赵毅，
我是莲花玉璧，我是莲花慧莹，
我是莲花自强，
我是莲花翠美。
欢迎你们来哦。
Welcome, all of you.
龙边还有要做自我介绍的吗？请站起来哦。龙
Anybody
边没
else?
有的话，就传到虎边这一边。
师尊，师尊好，师母好，大家好。
Hello, Shijun. Hello, everyone. My name is Gareth. I'm from London, UK. Nice to be here with you all.
Welcome. 好了，到湖边呢？
师尊好，师母好，大家好。我的妈妈在印尼来的，妈妈、阿姨、弟弟、Connie， 对不起，我的中文不好。是我的妹妹，nephew，and 我妹妹 and niece。
My mom, my aunt, my sisters and nephew and niece
Welcome, welcome.
from Indonesia.
一家人呢，妈妈、妹妹哈。
师尊、师母好，弟子莲花处方从印尼布拉布穆利延烘雷藏寺。
We came from Indonesia,
18年前我来赴证，
Prabhumuli
感
city.
恩师尊。18
We
年后
came
我来
here
在
18
阳台
years
跟先
ago
生
for
全
a
家
wedding blessing,
感恩师尊
and
师母。
now we came back with the 2 sons and
师
the
尊
whole
师母
family.
好，我是莲花文官，我的儿子莲花一圈跟莲花一宁，还有他的姐姐，莲花。
名字。
师尊师母好，我是莲花耶稣琴，我的妹妹耶稣灵，我们从洛杉矶 U Temple。
洛杉矶。
Yeah, we're from Los
好，
Angeles.
欢迎你们。
谢谢师尊。
印尼。
Welcome.
他们那里。
师尊师母好，我是莲花菲尼，这个我的 my husband Shen。
师兄师母好，我是莲花孙李。
欢迎你们。
Welcome.
还有要做自我介绍的吗？让我们以热烈的掌声欢迎大家一起来参加同
Welcome
修。
everyone for participating in this group practice.
同修黄财神本尊
The
法
group
开
practice this
示
evening is
观
Yellow
想真佛
Jambhala.
宗传
Visualize
承
true Buddha lineage.
南无大日如来，
Namo
南
Vayakana
无佛
Buddha.
焰佛
Namo
母，
Buddha
南无
Lokana.
阿弥陀
Namo
佛，
Amitabha
南无
Buddha.
莲花
Namo
童子，
Padma
南
Kumara.
无莲生活
Namo
佛。
Living Buddha
观
Lian
想世
Sheng.
尊与诸佛菩
Visualize
萨
Grandmaster
顶
and all
放光
Buddhas
加
and
持，
Bodhisattvas
持
radiating light
莲
to
花
bless
童
us.
子心咒
We
七
said
遍。
Padma Kumara
唵
mantra
咕噜
7
莲
times.
生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽，唵咕噜莲生悉地吽。做四无量观，
Perform the
观想行
visualization of
者
the
自
four
身的左手
immeasurables.
边有
To
父
your
亲
left,
及父系
visualize your
亲人。
father and ancestral relatives from the father's side.
行者自身
To
的
your
右
right,
手边有
mother
母
and the
亲
mother's
及母
side.
系亲人。后方有恩人师长、
Friends,
亲朋好
teachers,
友
and benefactors behind you. enemies and karmic creditors in front of you, and all sentient beings around you, together practicing tantric dharma and ultimately attaining Buddhahood. Clap twice and snap your fingers to awaken the deities. Recite purification mantras and the earthing mantra.
Om siêu tô ni siêu tô ni siêu mô ni siêu mô ni so ha. Om wa da la tan ho ho hom. Nam mô Samanto Mô Tô Lan Om Tô Rô Tê Vê So Ha.
Recite invocation mantra.
Hom So Ha. Om A Hom So Ha. Om A Hom So Ha. We
sincerely invoke the Holy Red Crown Vajramaster, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng. The Holy Red Crown Vajramaster, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng. The Holy Red Crown Vajramaster, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng. The main deity of the group practice, Namo Yellow Jambhala. The main deity of the group practice, Namo Yellow Jambhala. The main deity of the group practice, Namo Yellow Jambhala. Namo Vairocana Buddha at the center, Namo Akshoka Buddha to the east, Namo Amitabha Buddha to the west, Namo Ratnasambhava Buddha to the south, Namo Amoghasiddhi Buddha to the north, Namo Sakyamuni Buddha, Namo Medicine Buddha, Namo Golden Mother of the Primordial Pond, Namo Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, Namo Padma Kumara, Namo Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, Namo Manjushri Bodhisattva, Namo Maitreya Bodhisattva, Namo Vajrasattva, Namo Guru Padma Sambhava, Namo Jundi Buddha Mother, all Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis and divinities, all Buddhas of the 3 times in the 10 directions, all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas, Namo Mahaprajna Paramita. Great home is choosing visualization for student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize through procession on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize through procession on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize through procession on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth half bow. Great Mandara offering, form the offering mudra. Visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable to fill the whole cosmic space. Make the offering above the lineage Guru. All the lineage Gurus. The main deity of the group practice, Yellow Jambhala. All Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis and divinities, and below to all sentient beings. Recite the offering verse and mantra. Mount Meru, 4 continents and sun and moon, transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge all karma to all of us civilization.
Om Sarva Tathagata Ittamu Gurunana Mientana Kaniniye Dayami.
Fourth refuge, visualize our lineage root Guru. All the lineage Gurus. Our Buddha jewel, Dharma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us. Recite the mantra.
Namo Gurube, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhyaye. Namo Gurube, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankhyaye. Nam mô Cơ Đô Bệ, Nam mô Bồ Tát Yê, Nam mô Tam Mô Yê, Nam mô Sân Khya Yê. 做披甲护身，手结金刚合掌手印，念金刚手菩萨真言7遍。Om Boyolanjali, Om Boyolanjali, Om Boyolanjali, Om Boyolanjali, Om Boyolanjali, Om Boyolanjali, Om Boyolanjali。recite hiking, our look at this Vara Sutra. Invocation of the 8 great Bodhisattvas. Namo, our look at this Vara Bodhisattva. Namo Maitreya Bodhisattva. Namo Akasagarbha Bodhisattva. Namo Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva. Namo Vajrapani Bodhisattva. Namo Manjushri Bodhisattva. Namo Uskambin Bodhisattva. Namo Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva. Namo all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas. Homage to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dharmaya, Namo Sanghaya. May we have affinity with the Buddhaverse and connect with the Buddhadharma. Amid pure self, may we have everlasting bliss and blessed with the Dharma. Namo Mahaprasna Paramita, great wisdom mantra. Namo Mahaprasna Paramita, great spiritual mantra. Namo Mahaprasna Paramita, supreme mantra. Namo Mahaprasna Paramita, an unequaled mantra. Namo the pure light secret Buddha, the Dharma treasury Buddha, the tranquil King Buddha with lion's roar, divine speed, the Sumerian light King Buddha, announced by Buddha, the Dharma protector Buddha, the Vajra treasury, roaming lion Buddha, the precious victory Buddha, supernatural power Buddha, the medicine lapis lazuli light King Buddha, the universal light merit mountain King Buddha, the merit retaining jewel King Buddha, the 7 past Buddhas, the future 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate eon, the 1,500 Buddhas, 15,000 Buddhas, the 500 flower victory Buddhas, the brilliant tertiary Buddhas, and the fixed light Buddha, the Buddhas of the 6 directions, to the east, the precious light moon palace, venerable wonderful voice King Buddha, to the south, the tree root flower King Buddha, to the west, the spiritual power flower blessing King Buddha, to the north, the moon palace purity Buddha, above the countless wicked jewel crown Buddhas, below the tranquil moon sound King Buddha. All the countless Buddhas, many jewels Buddhas, Sakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya Buddha, Akshobha Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, all beings in the central realm and those in the pure lands who are moving upon the earth and through the heavens, affording them equanimity and peace, shower them with this compassion upon all beings, that they might cultivate day and night by constantly invoking the sutra. One is liberated from the suffering and birth and death and free from all kinds of suffering. Now the great wisdom Kuan Yin, the observant Kuan Yin, the noble Kuan Yin, the expansive minded Kuan Yin, the medicine King Bodhisattva, the supreme medicine Bodhisattva, Manjushri Bodhisattva, Samanthabhadra Bodhisattva, Akasagarbha Bodhisattva, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, the brilliance of clear cool trash mountain Bodhisattvas, the real wisdom light venerable King Tathagata Bodhisattva. Chanting the sutra continually, the 7-word honored Buddha proclaimed this mantra. Binin ni te mo ho kya te chen lin chen te so ha ni po te kyo ho te to no ni te ni na te binin ni te mo ho kya te chen lin chen te so ha ni po te kyo ho te to no ni te ni na te binin ni te mo ho kya te chen lin chen te so ha ni po te kyo ho te Tono ni te ni na te binin ni te mo ho kya te chen lin chen te so han ni po te kyo ho te Tono ni te ni na te binin ni te mo ho kya te chen lin chen te so han ni po te kyo ho te Tono ni te ni na te binin ni te mo ho kya te chen lin chen te so han ni po te kyo ho te Tono ni te ni na te binin ni te mo ho kya te chen lin chen te so han The Avalokitesvara, the 10 directions, and Bodhisattva have vowed to save sentient beings. Calling upon their names allows for liberation. The wise ones expound it diligently, and thus with affinity constantly recite it. With 1,000 recitation and constant mindfulness of this, fire causes no harm. Knives and weapons break instantly, anger turns into joy, and death revives. Never be doubtful, for the Buddhas always speak the truth. Hiking Avalokitesvara alleviates all sufferings. Faced with the
fatal crisis, the doomed shall live. The words of the Buddhas are always true. Thus the deserve our homage. With 1,000 station, grave karma shall be eradicated. Those with great merit and unwavering faith single-mindedly chant this sutra and dedicate the merits to all. 1,000 recitation will eradicate grave karma. This concludes the hiking of the Vimalakirti Sutra. Recite deliverance mantra 3 times.
Namo Amito Boye, Dota Kyatoye, Dote Yatha, Aminito Bobi, Aminito Sedan Bobi, Aminito Biganante, Aminito Bigananto, Ganini Kyakana, Zito Gani Soha. Namo Amito Boye, Dota Kyatoye, Dote Yatha, Aminito Bobi, Aminito Sedan Bobi. Aminito Biganante, Aminito Bigananto, Ganini Kyakana, Zito Gani Soha. 首节根本上师大白莲花童子
Form our lineage root Guru Mudra, the Padmakumara Mudra. Visualize the empowerment of the three lights. We said Padmakumara mantra 21 times.
Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. 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 首节黄财神金刚印。
Form yellow Jambhala Vajra Mudra.
先观空。
First empty your mind and visualize the emptiness.
眼观空
Recite the
咒。
Sunyata visualization
Om
mantra.
Sobawa Sutta Sarva Dharma Sobawa Sutta Hang. Om Sobawa Sutta Sarva Dharma Sobawa Sutta Hang. Om Sobawa Sutta Sarva Dharma Sobawa Sutta Hang. 观想米上的
Visualize on a mound of rice 3 sticks of incense with thick smoke, becoming a mundus. On the mundus there is a yellow seed syllable zhen radiating bright yellow light. The seed syllable zhen revolves to become yellow Jambhala, seated in a half lotus position with the yellow body. He is wearing a gold crown, embellished with all sorts of precious gems. His face is round and he looks opulent and magnificent. He is wearing jeweled necklaces. His right hand is holding a jewel, a citrus-shaped jewel, and his left hand is holding a treasure mouse. Then visualize yellow Jambhala's extended right toe is swollen and painful. Silently recite. Om Ah Hom Soha. Om Ah Hom Soha. to invoke the 5 Dhyani Buddhas to descend from the sky. Visualize the 5 Dhyani Buddhas abiding above yellow Jambhala, radiating 5 color lights to empower yellow Jambhala. Recite the empowerment mantra 3 times.
Om Hom Zhen Se A. Om Hom Zhen Se A. Om Hom Zhen Se A. Due
to the empowerment by the 5 Dhyani Buddhas upon yellow Jambhala, the pain in his right toe subsided, and he started to smile. His treasure mouse opens his mouth, and he spits out treasures on the mound of rice, and the rice mound becomes a mountain of gold. You may visualize all that you desire to be cast out by the treasure mouse.
Then
visualize yellow Jambhala to be seated on top of our heads. The lotus of our heart chakra at the central channel opens. On top of the lotus there is a mundus. At the center a 6-syllable zhen radiating light. Visualize yellow Jambhala on top of our heads to become as small as a drop of light, descending through our central channel to reach the heart chakra and sit on top of the lotus of our heart chakra. This yellow Jambhala gradually enlarges until he becomes exactly the same size as us. Visualize we become the Yidam, completely identical. We are now the yellow Jambhala. Recite yellow Jambhala heart mantra 108 times. First perform mala visualization.
Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. Om Jambhala Cha Leng Cha La Ye So Ha. องค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะจำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะจำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะองค์จำปาราชาลังชาลาเยโสหะ做九节佛风有三摩地
Perform 9 cycle Buddha breathing into samadhi.
加持八大本尊心咒及念佛。Om Ami Devase Om Mani Padme Hum Om Panamo Lindoling Soha Om Ha 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 Vei Samaye Soha Om Zeri Zuri Zunti Soha Om Jambhala Chalang Chalaye Soha Om A Hom Beja Gorobe Ma Siti Hom Se Om A Hom Gorobe A He Sasamaha Lian Sheng Siti Hom Tế Yà Tha Om Bekha Zaya Bekha Zaya Maha Bekha Zaya Raja Samo Kya Dehe Soha Nam mô 36万亿于水月万95,500佛名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿于水月万95,500佛名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿于水月万95,500佛名同号阿弥陀佛。
Please recite the supplication to the Guru Buddha to stay in samsara. I pay homage and supplicate His Holiness the virtuous and marvelous Sankirka, all Buddhas in the Buddha-verses as numerous as grains of sand, compassionate Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, protectors of Dharma. The three poisons are proliferating endlessly. Our body and soul are stricken doubly in the misery of perpetual rebirth. With great compassion, His Holiness descended upon this world to salvage the deluded ones. As the three jewels emerald wondrous light to provide refuge for all. All fortunate beings, humans and divas, rely on His Vajra body for the bestowal of teachings, laws, precepts, empowerments, and attainments. We disciples of Buddha plead that you stay in samsara to turn the Dharma wheel, to benefit and give happiness to multitudes of sentient beings. Recite Longevity Buddha's mantra 21 times and dedicate the merit to the health and longevity of all innocent Buddha.
Om Amanoni Suvantiye Soha 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 Om Amanoni Suvantiye Soha.
Merit dedication. The heavenly King of the North is most prosperous. Please shower riches upon us. May all that appear be perfect. For the sake of protecting the Buddha gate, may all who hold the Buddha ascended on of utmost bliss, dipping powerful generosity from above, aiding those in the three worlds below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death like the Buddha, may we liberate all. True Buddha's school disciples wholeheartedly pray to the heavenly King of the North, the Yellow Jambhala, to protect our lineage Guru with great health and longevity. May the 5 Dhyani Buddhas radiate light to enrich us with all abundant resources and wealth, with harmony, love, and respect, to always be happy and with self-mastery, to live in samsara, to turn to the Dharma wheel, to benefit sentient beings. Inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng to perform the overall merit dedication. Homage to Vaishravana, the yellow Jambhala. Homage to Vaishravana, the yellow Jambhala. Homage to Vaishravana, the yellow Jambhala. We pray to the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, 5 Dhyani Tathagatas, to meet and guide the spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha verses. We pray to Jambhala to please bestow upon all participants abundant resources. May the 4 heavenly kings, the Vaishravana, Virupaksa, Virudaka, and Drashtarashtra, to support together true Buddha school disciples with good health, all wishes fulfilled, calamities transformed into auspiciousness, and with strong spiritual commitment. Please protect us so we have attainments in our spiritual practice. May the 4 heavenly kings in patrolling to let sentient beings, let Buddhadharma flourish among sentient beings, so that the Buddhadharma can reach all corners of the world. The North Heavenly King and Vaishravana and gods in heavens, gods on earth, may we be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us, let all disasters turn into dust. May all of our prayers be granted. We pray to Vaishravana, yellow Jambhala, Drashtarashtra, Virupaksa, and Virudaka Devas to please bless us so that the calamities in the human world decrease, the natural disasters decrease, the man-caused calamities decrease, the pandemic disperse, the viruses disappear, bad affinities vanish, bad causes and conditions vanish, bad thoughts vanish.
共念3遍百字
We
灵
say
咒
100 syllable
唵
mantra
贝
3
扎萨多
times.
萨玛呀玛努巴那呀贝扎萨多德努巴迪查自助美巴哇苏多卡于美巴哇苏波卡于美巴哇安那拉多美巴哇萨瓦西迪美波拉呀查萨瓦伽玛苏查美吉达姆斯利人狗罗哈哈哈哈哈呵巴嘎文萨瓦达达嘎达贝扎玛咪门查贝兹巴瓦玛哈萨玛呀萨多阿吽培唵贝扎萨多萨玛呀玛努巴那呀贝扎萨多德努巴迪查自助美巴瓦苏多卡于美巴瓦苏波卡于美巴瓦安那拉多美巴瓦萨尔瓦西迪美波拉呀查萨瓦伽玛苏查美吉达姆斯利人狗罗哈哈哈哈哈呵巴嘎文萨瓦达他嘎达贝扎玛咪门查贝兹巴瓦玛哈萨玛呀萨多阿吽培唵贝扎萨多萨玛呀玛努巴那呀贝扎萨多德努巴迪查自助美巴瓦苏多卡于美巴瓦苏波卡于美巴瓦安那拉多美巴瓦萨尔瓦西迪美波拉呀查萨瓦伽玛苏查美吉达姆斯利人狗罗哈哈哈哈哈呵巴嘎文萨瓦达他嘎达贝扎玛咪门查贝兹巴瓦玛哈萨玛呀萨多阿吽培做观想大礼拜100
Pray
根本
homage
传
using
承上师及
visualization
诸
for
佛
Sri Guru
唵
and all
啊
Buddhas.
吽观想顶礼回天
Visualize
心
for
散
procession
印
the ground
拜
release
诸
Buddha
菩
second
萨
to all
唵
Bodhisattvas.
啊吽观想顶
Visualize
礼
for procession
回
the
天
ground
心
release
散印
Buddha
300诸
to
佛
all
法
Herukas
金
and
刚
Dharma
唵
protectors.
啊吽观想
Visualize
顶
for
礼
procession the
回
ground
天
release
心散
Buddha
印四
fourth
平等
head
一起手念
We
圆
said
满
completion
咒
mantra.
唵不灵唵不灵唵不灵唵嘛呢呗咪吽。让我们以热烈的掌声感谢根本上师法
Let's
王
give a
圣
great
尊
round
莲
of
生活
applause
佛
to
加
show
持
our
同修
gratitude to
圆
our
满
lineage
吉
Sri
祥。
Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng, for his
敬
blessing
献哈
to the
达，
group
请大家
practice.
恭敬合
Now
掌。
the offering
请
of
释莲
Hatha.
万上师
Let
代
us
表
join
全
our
体
palms
弟
with
子向
reverence,
法
and we
王
would
圣
like to
尊莲
invite
生活
Master
佛
Lian
请
Wan
法敬
to
献
present
哈
the
达，
offering of
以
Hatha
表
to the
最
lineage Sri Guru
崇
as a
高
symbol
敬
of the
意。
highest honor on behalf of all of us.
请大家恭敬合掌，恭请
Let
法
us
王
join
圣
our
尊
palms
莲
with
生活
reverence,
佛
and
做
together
宝贵的
we're
法
inviting our
语
lineage
开
Sri Guru to
示。
bestow the precious Dharma teaching.
我们敬礼传承祖
Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus,
敬礼了
homage to the Venerable Mang Liao Ming,
敬礼萨迦
homage to Master Sakya Zheng Kong,
敬礼
homage
16世
to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa,
敬礼
and homage
图灯大
to
礼
Master
上
Dubdan Dorji.
我们敬礼坛城
Homage to the three jewels of the altar.
敬礼今天同修的本
Homage to the main deity of the group practice today,
北方多闻天王
the heavenly king of the north, Vaishravana, the yellow Jambhala. Shimo, Tanchen Katso, Tutan City. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, directors of temples and chapters and centers, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, how do you do?
I stayed. Sarange. Hola amigo. Te quiero mucho. Sugoi. Ichiwa. Kimochi. Jumi. Yapi. Bring bring. Konbanwa.
Today, we practice yellow Jambhala. Among the 4 heavenly kings, yellow Jambhala his fame so he's more famous than the other 3 heavenly kings, Vaishravana, Dasarastra, Virupaksa, and Virudaka, devas. In Buddhism, are considered to be 4 great protectors. So these 4 heavens are at halfway up Mount Meru. It's considered foundational heavens. So there are heavens that are in the air, and these 4 heavens are on the ground. So the heavens of the 4 heavenly kings are very close to the human world, to the Saha world. In Hong Kong, they call it interconnected. In Taiwan, because of the homophone of Chinese, they wanted it's like a lunar calendar, a farmer calendar, but they changed the word. There is a day of patrol by the 4 heavenly kings in that farmer calendar. So the 4 heavenly kings or devas often patrol in the Saha world, patrolling. Like the Wufu Qiansui, which means the 5 blessings, 1,000-year-old. So they patrol in the human world. So the 4 heavens of these 4 heavenly kings are very close to the human world. So in Tibetan Tantric Buddhism, Jambhala is a very famous wealth deity. And he is yellow color. So yellow clothes represents blessings. Yellow represents blessings. Of course, in India, the wealth deity like Ganapati, the red Jambhala, is considered Tibetan Tantric Buddhist wealth deity, very famous, especially in Southeast Asia, like in Indonesia. Many people worship and make offering to Ganapati. That's red Jambhala. And there are many other wealth deities too, or fortune gods, like Manohara. Golden Mother is considered a wealth deity. And in Japanese Tantrayana, Mahakala is considered one of the 7 fortune gods. So Mahakala is also a wealth deity. So there are many of them. So you can, whomever you worship almost as a wealth deity. In True Buddha school, Yellow Jambhala is one of the 8 primary deities. You know, True Buddha school disciples, many of them are poor. I say the majority. But there are also many who are well-to-do. But the majority are poor. Although they are poor, we have built numerous temples around the world. Like those who came from the Lion City Lichang Temple, which I've never been to. And Lian Si Lian Zu often visited the Lion City Lichang Temple of Singapore. I heard that the Lion City Lichang Temple is very luxurious and grandiose. Is that right? Yes. I should go and take a look. I have seen it in my soul travel or transcendent travel. Very grandiose. And we have several Lichang temples that are wonderful, like the Tai Lichang Temple, which is in the Tibetan Tantric style in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. It's newly built. The external appearance is very good, very remarkable. And the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas inside it also magnificent. And in Indonesia, there are also many Lichang temples that are grand, big. I remember I went to the one in Surabaya the Guangming Lechang Temple in Malang, the Vajrabhumi Kartanagara in Malang, and Jakarta, the Indonesia Lechang Temple. They're all big. Our Lechang temples are all quite good. And the Taiwan Lechang Temple in Taiwan is also huge. All the mountains around the Taiwan Lechang Temple now belong to the temple. All the surrounding mountains. It's huge. So they started to purchase all the surrounding mountains one by one. And there are many Lechang temples around the world. They are huge. We hope, of course, that Jambhala bestow upon all of us more wealth. So that we can use it for charity, for giving. And the Dharma transmission that's upcoming would be on Arya Avalokiteswara, a Dharma practice to be the richest person in the world. Receiving this empowerment in your next life, you will become Bill Gates. You will become Musk, Elon Musk. And if you're in Hong Kong, you would become Li Kai-sheng. You would be the richest person wherever you are. And on the second day, we will have Mahotara Heruka Homa fire offering ceremony. Because health is wealth. If you can always be healthy, that's the same as having wealth. Because without a healthy body, the wealth, it has no use. Therefore, you need to have a healthy body. And also the richest wealth that you can use. So the Arya Avalokiteswara Dharma practice to be the richest person only exists in Buddha school. You cannot find it in any other schools. There isn't such a Dharma practice to be the richest person in the world. Have you heard of it before in, say, Tibetan Tantrayana?
Number one, Duchimen. Number one, the Duchimen. And Duchi woman. Number one, Duchimen and Duchi woman.
Number one, rich man and rich woman. They're the richest ones. If you don't come and attend, it would be such a pity if I didn't talk about it. The other time they told me, Grandmaster, you just talk about the 5 grains. Have we made the announcement? Not yet.
我已经写给那个西雅图内藏寺的住持。
I have written it to the abbot of Seattle Lichang Temple, the mantra, the mudra.
今天讲这个手印呢，这个手印
So I will talk about the mudra. The mudra is like this.
双掌
Both palms inward, collapse inward,
这个拇指翘起来
except the one thumb sticking up, which is number one.
而且所有的钱全部包在你的手掌里。
And all the money is within your palms.
世界上的钱全部包在你的
The
手掌
money of the whole world is inside your palms.
大拇指
And then you stick out your right thumb. Number one.
Number one 的手印。
This is the number one mudra.
这个就是圣观音的手印。
And this is the mudra of Arya
圣
Avalokitesvara.
观音的手印也就是这个样子。
This is what the mudra is for Arya Avalokitesvara.
不相信你查一下。
If you don't believe it, you can check.
圣观音的手印就是这样。
Of Arya Avalokitesvara mudra. This is it. And coincidentally, it is number one. And only true Buddha school will teach this Dharma practice to be the richest person in the world.
这个，所以那个圣观音一出现的话，
So when Arya Avalokitesvara appears, then the four heavenly kings will of course support him. And the four heavenly kings are also all wealth deities, all four of them. And they would come and support this Dharma together. That would be best.
讲一个笑话吧。
Let me share a joke.
女人是世界上最麻烦的动物。
Women are the most troublesome animals in the world, and man is the animals who love troubles the most.
这个女人好麻烦，我们都知道的。
We all know that women are troublesome.
这个香港人讲。
The Hong Kongese would say,
女人好麻烦。
Women are
男人是
troublesome.
最爱找麻烦的。
But men are troublemakers. They love make troubles. So they are all about the same.
讲酒
Talking about alcohol,
，wine 或者是 liquor，
wine or liquor, the stronger.
酒是个好东西。
Wine is a good stuff. When Li Bai, the poet,
他就能够写诗。
drank, he would write poems, which are very famous.
吴松呢？
And Usong,
喝了，
after drinking wine, could beat tiger, the tiger.
我们常常讲到这个老虎，女人也叫母老虎。
We talk about tigers, right? And we call women tigress.
我常常讲一个笑话。
Often tell this joke.
秉祥师兄啊。
Dharma brother Dexter is a tiger outside the house. But when he gets home, he's a tiger. And but changed name into a lizard because in Chinese they're both like a wall tiger.
啊，妻子正在体重的瓶上面
The wife was stepping on a scale to check her weight and discovered that the husband was snickering. And the wife asked, "So you think I'm too heavy?" And the husband stopped snickering and said it seriously. "Well, according to your weight, you should be 180 centimeters. So you're not fat, you're just too short." Someone told me, "Grandmaster, don't pick on Dharma Brother Dexter." Someone told me this. Because you're about the same. Before I got married, I was a tiger. After marriage, I became a cat. Now we'll get to the main subject. A question from Malaysia. Lian Hua Yi Jin. Homage to Grandmaster and greeting. Grandmaster, Indian festival of Navratri, celebrating the goddess Durga and Marici Bodhisattva and the 9th emperor god of Southeast Asia, relationships. So he's asking the relationship between the goddess Durga, Marici Bodhisattva, and 9th emperor god. Do they have any connection? Because they're all related to the number 9 and celebrated from the 1st to the 9th day of the 9th lunar month. Thank you, Grandmaster. See, because I don't know about this 9th emperor god of Southeast Asia. Nobody ever brought me to pay homage to this 9th emperor god. Do you know him? Yeah, from Singapore. Do you know? From Indonesia, do you know? And from Malaysia, you also know? Is it a man or a woman? Well, God or Prince God, that's of course a man. So, question from Malaysia. The goddess Durga in the Indian festival. We have a Hindu tanka here. The one with the swan, the celestial swan, that's Brahma. To the right, the one riding on a white ox is Shiva. And the one mounting on Garuda is Vishnu. And the one riding on a tiger is Durga. And that one on the left is Saraswati. And below is Mahasuri. And Ganesh and Hanuman. So this was painted by an Indian. And the one riding on a lion is Durga. Durga. So let me tell you all. And there should be Kali too. Yes. Kali is. Maybe it's being blocked. So I know Durga. Is the snowy mountain goddess in India. She's considered the goddess from the snowy mountain. The snow mountain has many goddesses or gods, like the 5 longevity goddesses, also from the snow mountain. When I once painted them, the 5 longevity goddesses of the snow mountain. So the Indian festival of the goddess Durga, it's so 9 nights and the 10th day is this celebrated for 9 nights, is to relight the holy Dharma flow. So this is to reignite the inner spiritual power. I also asked Golden Mother just now. The goddess of Durga has tiger as her pet or mount, and Marichi's pet is pig. Because there are many pigs or boars carrying the golden chariot of Marichi, or the golden pigs that's carrying Marichi's cart or chariot. So the mount or pet of Marichi and Durga are different. See, all the Hindu gods have their own pets or mounts. Like for Brahma, it's a celestial swan. For Shiva, it's a white ox. And Vishnu is Garuda, the golden winged mythical bird. So each of the god has their own pet or mount. So for Durga, it's a lion, not a pig. Therefore, she's different from Marici Bodhisattva. And for the 9th prince god, does he have a pet? What is his pet? It turned out it's 9 emperor gods. There are 9 of them. The ancient emperor, the Milky Way, and it's 9 gods, 9 emperors. So 9 emperors, so 9 of them, not just one then. And the snowy mountain goddess, there are 2 of them. One is Kali, sounds like Sumu, but that's not. And one of them is the wife of Shiva, which is Durga, which are different from Marici and also differ from the origin of the 9 emperors gods. They are on the internet. So they're all different. Although they are celebrated for 9 nights, and the 10th day, it is coincidentally 9, but they're different. So 9 is not 9th, but 9 emperors gods, 9 kings actually. And the 9th lunar month, that's about time, so it's all different. At my small altar at the tantric quarters, I also have Kali goddess, a very ferocious one. If you go to Nepal, there is a river that worship Kali goddess. To pray to her, you have to spray animal blood. If you have been there, please raise your hand. Someone's been there. That's Kali goddess. Very, very ferocious. And the same with Durga, very fierce. But they are very beautiful, but very ferocious. Because the more beautiful you are, the more ferocious you are. So do I have Durga? Yeah. in my little altar, which is in the spiritual consultation room, I have Durga, I have Saraswati, Kali, are all there. When you come and you want to see them, I can show you. For just a small number.
Yeah. 这是一个问题啊。
So that was the question.
参加一个聚会，看到一个女人在台上唱歌。
I went to a party and saw a woman singing really badly. So I talked to the man sitting next to me. Who is that? Such a bad song. And he said, that's my wife. So he felt embarrassed and said, oh, sorry, I didn't say that she is singing it badly, but maybe it's the song. And then that man said, oh, I am the composer. I wrote the lyric. So he offended them all.
一个周末的晚上啊，老公偷偷的喊。
On a weekend night, the husband secretly told the husband, "Is Xiaoming asleep? Once he's asleep, I'll take you to eat out, to eat yakitori." That's Japanese, which is barbecued chicken.
应该是烧鸡吧。 烤鸟， 烤鸡
Yeah, barbecued
yakitori
chicken.
老婆就轻轻的回答，
And
还没有睡熟。
the wife replied softly, "Not sleep yet. Let's wait." And an hour later, the husband asked again, "Is Xiaoming asleep now?" And the wife said, "Not yet." And then half an hour later, the husband asked again, "Honey, is Xiaoming asleep?" And then Xiaoming said softly, "Dad, Mom is asleep. Why don't you take me to eat the yakitori?"
好的，我们讲这个维摩诘经。
Now let's talk about Vimalakirti Sutra.
主角维摩诘
Up till now, the main actor Vimalakirti has not come out
释
yet.
迦牟尼佛告诉舍利佛，
Sakyamuni Buddha told Sariputra,
现在这个佛土有没有
"Do you see
清净？
this Buddha verse to be magnificent and pure now?" Because Sakyamuni Buddha used his toes to use the transcendent or divine feet to touch the ground. And the whole Saha world was covered by gold.
都是玉，每一棵树都变成玉。
And all the trees become
吊
jade.
满了天衣，
And on the trees hung the celestial garments.
还有地网明珠的
And like the Indra pole net,
啊，在现在虚空之中。
appearing in the sky, and everything is made of the 7 precious jewels and gold palaces, and they are all bodhisattvas coming and going. So is this world pure? When Sariputra saw that, he replied, yes, Sakyamuni Buddha, I could not see it before, I could not hear it, all the celestial music, because in the magnificent Buddha verse, there is marvelous celestial music. If you have heard it, please raise your hand. Please stand up and show to everyone. Thank you. Please be seated. So some people have heard the celestial music. I have too. And Simu hears it, the sutra chanting every day. She hears the heavenly beings chanting the sutras for her, and many people cannot hear it. So the heavenly beings chant the sutras for Simu every day, and she can hear it, but not the people around her. And I told her, you should chant together when you hear it. So at first, he could not see, he could not hear, but today, the magnificence and purity of the Buddha verse appeared. And the Buddha told Sariputra, Sakyamuni Buddha's Buddha verse is always pure like this. However, to deliver people with lesser capacity in order to transform and deliver sentient beings of the 5 contaminated, of the world with 5 contaminants, the Buddha manifested in pure Saha world. The Saha world is really dirty, like this 40th Street. That's what I take. And they are making a pedestrian, pedestrian path, I guess. It's just 2 of them. And then they place some fences. Have you driven there? For how long? Just for 2 pedestrian walkways, and they've been blocking that for a year, and I only see them work once a week. So when will they take off that blockage? Maybe 4 to 5 years. It's just that what do you call it? A pedestrian path. And it takes them 4 or 5 years. And look at that Lake Sammamish Parkway. And they block it for over 3 years. Just that little road. So dirty. And my Rolls Royce had to drive on that dirty road because I had no choice. So the car gets bad really fast, and who would take care of it? Can we ask the government? See? Such a good car to be driven on such a bad road. Such is the human world. The productivity in America is really bad. It's really bad. I heard that someone had some problem with the hot water tank, Lucy's, and it takes a few months before she could fix it. That's easy. My gate at the house was broken, and it's been a year before they can fix it. And finally we got it fixed. You know how? Simu told them, if you fix it today, I will give you a bottle of XO. He drove out, and after 10 minutes he came back. Are you serious? What you just said? And Simu told him, yes, I will give you, if you fix it today, I will give you a bottle of XO. And he got off his car, took some tools, and fixed it in 10 minutes. And Simu gave him a bottle of XO. And he was very happy and left. But if you didn't give him any XO, it would take another 6 months. I heard that the ambassador's house is also being fixed. How long did it take? You renovated the house or built something? 3 years. Oh. 3 years just to fix a house or 1 room. 3 years. Just buy a new one. You have lots of money. See, I just give you these examples. Look at the Saha world. It's really a bad place. It's not a good living environment. So, for Sakyamuni Buddha to deliver people with lesser capacity, he manifested impure and evil world. And back then it was worse. No asphalt, just dusty road and Ganges River with 500 traders passing by, and the water is all dirty. In India, the white ox of Shiva, any cows can roam around freely, people and cows together. When I visited India, the cars are avoiding the oxen and cows, and the cow dungs are all over the roads. And we were on the bus, and we looked down, And the man was lying on the wooden cart and covered by a piece of cloth and with the circle of flower bouquet. And I asked, what's this? That was a corpse just being pushed on the roads to the cemetery and wasn't even buried, just being placed in the cemetery, being left in the cemetery like that. The rich people in India are extremely rich, but the poor ones, you know, we went to the villages and they don't wear any clothes at all, not even pants. The kids have no pants and running around. Not like the joke, I mean, that's not the joke. We went to Dharamsala and there was like a bamboo pole on the road and stop our cars, and we encountered 9 of them. And then the policeman would check the car, the passports. And after they check the car and everything and it's fine, they would say that the license plate is not clear. And then we got down and took a look and no, it's fine, it's clear. They wanted money. So at every blockage, they wanted money. That's so embarrassing to Sakyamuni Buddha. And Sakyamuni Buddha said, that means that the Saha world is impure and evil to match or as a display of the minds of sentient beings, and most of them are not good. And Sakyamuni Buddha continued, just like the offering of precious items and food appears differently to beings with different merits and blessings, so in heavens, in the higher level heavens, the color of the rice is very good, but in the lower level heavens, they don't look that good. And later it would talk about the Shang-ji Buddha verse. The fragrant accumulated Buddha verse. The rice there is very fragrant and delicious. So food differs in different heavens. So Sakyamuni Buddha told Sariputra, if a human's mind is pure, then they will see this Buddha verse to be magnificent and meritorious. So if a person's mind is pure, then they will be able to see that in the Saha world, there is also pure land. If a person's mind is completely pure, then they will see the pure Buddha verse. Let me tell you, don't think that is false. our Dragon King pavilion of the Seattle Lechang Temple, the big rock was taken from the ground of the Seattle Temple, underneath this ground here. Master Lian Si and Lian Zhu knew when we developed this temple, when we leveled the ground to build this temple, we found that huge rock, and then we placed it as the Dragon King rock in that Dragon King hall, and inside it there's a Dragon King palace. You didn't know, right? It just seems to be a rock. How can there be a dragon palace? You cannot see it because your mind is impure. But if your mind is pure and you take a look, that rock is a dragon palace. And the dragon palace is extremely beautiful, just like the golden palaces. And there are many dragons living there, dragon gods. So don't undermine that rock. The Californian four great ladies paid homage to them. I told them to pray to the Dragon King, and the Dragon King will follow you back to California, and there would be rain in California. But now there's flood there in California. So not just rain, but also flood. So the Dragon King, and followed by the dragon children and grandchildren, followed them to California and reigned there and until there's flood. So the Mazo Dragon King is very responsive. So when you have a drought somewhere, they would come and pray. And when they saw the four great ladies, they agreed. Every time they prayed, they received responses. That's the Dragon King Palace or Pavilion. When a person's mind is pure, they will see the Saha to be magnificent and meritorious. When the Buddha manifested the magnificent and pure Buddhaverse, the accumulated treasure Bodhisattva and the 500 elders attained the unborn endurance. They all attain the unborn endurance. What is the unborn endurance? It means that they know that the Saha world is an illusory realm, just an illusory realm. And they immediately eradicated all afflictions. Because it is illusory, there is nothing to gain. And they are unmoved by the 8 winds. So that's the immovable ground, the 8th Bodhisattva ground. Their heart mind is unmoved, and they have nothing to ask, and the afflictions are eradicated because they know that the Saha world is just an illusion. Why? Because your body is not yours. The body is illusory. And your house is not yours. The house will get old and deteriorate, and your cars also not yours. They will break down. Nothing belongs to you, and they all non-existent. Not the one thing belongs to you. And people say a few words and you're upset and afflicted. No need. There is no need. Just in one ear and out the other. And it'll pass very fast. No such thing. That's called unmoved by the 8 winds. Nothing can affect your heart mind. So that's how I explain the unborn endurance. But actually there's a more profound meaning to it. So the 500 elders and the accumulated treasure bodhisattva, upon seeing this phenomena, know that the Saha world is illusory. And the 84,000 people generated the mind of Anuttarak Samyak Sambodhi. They generated bodhicitta. 84,000 people means many people. They all generated bodhicitta, the mind for enlightenment, the mind to strive for enlightenment. Then the Buddha retracted his divine foot, and the world reverted to its original look. The Saha world, still the Saha world. At first, it appeared as the Pure Land and magnificent, and all disappeared. And at that time, the 32,000 heavenly and human solitary hearers understood that everything conditioned is impermanent. What is conditioned Dharma? Is what you do with intent. That's called conditioned Dharma. So all the conditioned Dharma is impermanent. Human life is impermanent, the houses are impermanent, the cars are impermanent. You don't know when they will break down. You drive it and all of a sudden it stops. That's impermanence. When the car breaks down, you can stop by the side of the road, but if a plane breaks down, that would be bad. But even the planes are impermanent. Actually, even the Buddha land, the countries are also impermanent. The countries are impermanent. Look at the war between Russia and Ukraine. The countries are impermanent. Used to be your country, and then it's gone. So even countries are impermanent. And you think the house is there, with one bomb it's gone. And you think your body is fine, and with one accident you're gone. Everything is impermanent. So after seeing all this, they renounce the dusty world and attain the pure Dharma eyes. Immediately, they have the Dharma eyes. What are Dharma eyes? They refer to a kind of wisdom, the wisdom of discernment. The 8,000 bhikkhus became unaffected by anything and gained complete understanding. So complete outflow. So if you have leakage, that means you have affliction. And if you If you leak all of your afflictions, that means you have a complete leakage. So they completely eradicated all afflictions. Because they know that the bodies are illusories, the houses, the cars are all illusories, and the gold, silver, precious jewels are all illusory. All the humans and events are all illusory. Your wives, children, they're all illusory. And your career, your work today, and all of a sudden tomorrow you receive a notice, you go your way. And just go wherever you have to go because you're fired. All impermanence. Is there anything that's not impermanent in this world? You think the pastor said, do you love this bride? Yes. And he asked the bride, do you love this groom? Yes. Okay, now you're pronounced married. Love for how long? Anyone can guarantee? That's impermanence. Right? Yes. So since you know everything is impermanent, what are you afflicted about? It's just a matter of sooner or later. That's why the Heart Sutra stated very clearly. Because it is unattainable, thus Bodhisattva. Because there is nothing that you can get in this Saha world. Even the body is impermanent. You get up in the morning and all of a sudden you cannot get out of bed. The impermanence is here. All of a sudden you get a stroke. Or you have a diarrhea. That's impermanence. Recently I've been having diarrhea a lot. That's also impermanence. I've taken everything. Apple water and Baojiwan is like a Chinese herb. Finished that. Imodium, the American medicine, and it cured it. But if I stopped taking the medicine, it came back. That's impermanence because it never happened to me before. Because the doctor changed my medicine. So that's impermanence. So why did he change? He had his reasons, but he changed my medicine. And ever since, my body is going through changes, impermanence. So I asked him, oh, please change my medicine back. But the doctor kept changing it until I'm cured, and I've changed 3 times and I'm still not cured. That's impermanence too. So I'm very happy because impermanence is it's what it's supposed to be. You think you're always strong and healthy. One morning you got up and then you have coarse voice or throat. That's impermanence too. It's how it's supposed to be. Why am I so afflicted by this? Let it be. So I finished chapter 1. Because of impermanence, the 8,000 bhikkhus understood impermanence and all the afflictions are leaked out completely. Let me tell you, no need to be afflicted because we are all in the same boat. Om Mani Padme Hum.
非常感谢根本上师法王圣尊莲生活佛精彩宝贵的法语开示。
We are truly grateful to His Holiness Precious Dharma teachings. We have several announcements. Tomorrow, April 23rd, Sunday at 3 p.m. We are inviting His Holiness to preside over Raga Raja Homa fire offering ceremony at the Rainbow Temple in North Bend, Washington. And His Holiness will also confer the corresponding Raga Raja empowerments. The temple opens starting at 1 p.m. and there would be direct webcasts in both Chinese and English. Now we're inviting any of you who would like to take refuge to come forward to the center of the temple and to personally receive the refuge initiation empowerment. If you're not present in person and would like to take refuge in His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng and follow the spiritual cultivation of True Buddha School, please send a letter to True Buddha Foundation in Redmond, Washington. This ends the English interpretation today. Please remember to return your receivers before you leave tonight. Thank you very much.
顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，1拜根本传承上师及诸佛，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善引，2拜诸菩萨，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善引，3拜诸护法金刚，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善引，4平等一起手。恭请师尊加持与会四众弟子。
上西提诃，唵，无量上西提诃，唵，无量上西